What's up What's up everyone? Welcome to the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience. My name is Ryan, and today we are on a very specific mission. We're at a place that is very near and dear to my heart once again. So today our mission is we're going to go foraging. We're keeping an eye out for anything that we can eat. I have a very specific dish in mind. I'm going to go fishing today. I'm going to cook some bluegill for you guys. So we're keeping an eye out for garlic mustard, onions, mushrooms. We are at the tail end of morel season. That season is getting wrapped up in the neck of my woods, but I'm not gonna say it's impossible for us to find some still out here. So we're gonna keep an eye out for some morel mushrooms and basically any other type of wild edible that we can forage out here. With that being said, after we're done looking around, we're gonna go on a bit of a fishing mission. And what that is going to entail is I'm gonna try to find some decent sized bluegill to cook up with the edibles that we find out here. So with all that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our videos for more adventures, and stay tuned because I am pretty sure that this is going to be a good one, guys. Thank you for watching, and I will see you again with an update here in just about probably 2 seconds. Alright guys. Okay, we went about 10 feet, and here we have some wild garlic mustard. And I'm going to take some of these leaves to put in my dish later after I catch some fish, and I'm gonna fry these up with the bluegill that I catch. Wild garlic mustard, you can eat these leaves in a salad. You don't have to cook them. They are delicious in my opinion if you like that type of flavor. They literally taste just like garlic, like a big chunk of garlic bread, and it'll add some flavor to the bluegill later on in this video. So I'm gonna just get me a good handful of these leaves, because when you cook them they do tender up, they do shrink up. So I'm gonna get me a good handful of them, and that's gonna add a lot of flavor to my dish later on. So, and you can I mean, they always have these white flowers on top of them, and the leaves are pretty distinct, but the main way that you can identify this plant is the way it smells. It reeks of garlic. So there's no mistaking this plant. If it doesn't smell like garlic, then it's probably not this plant. You can just take a good look at that leaf, study it, and do your own due diligence on how to identify this plant. And that's going in the bag. All right, guys. Let's go see if we can find some mushrooms. Alright, so we didn't have to go very far yet again, and we already found another edible here. This is a pheasant back mushroom, and that is perfect eating size. So later on in the video, that's going to be going in with the bluegill as well. There we go. And that should be good for me. So, and there's another giant one right there. I mean, that's not giant, but it's pretty decent size. As they get bigger, they get really tough and they become less edible. You can like trim around the edges of pheasant backs that are older and bigger, but the ones that are younger tend to be more tender and more desirable as far as eating goes. And if you break a pheasant back open, you can almost automatically notice that it smells like watermelon mixed with like cucumber. And so most of the time, there's a lot of people out there that have always said, if you smell a cucumber, there's probably a copperhead nearby. And I am here to tell you that copperheads do not smell like cucumbers. Pheasant backs smell like cucumbers. So the connection there is that pheasant backs do tend to grow in areas that are marshy and moist, and copperheads also tend to enjoy those same types of environments. So if you smell that, doesn't necessarily mean a copperhead's around, doesn't mean there couldn't be one around, but more than likely you're smelling a pheasant back mushroom. But anyway, we are still just beginning our adventure out here, and if we find anything else interesting, we will let you guys know immediately. And this is just beautiful out here. It's a great day. But anyway, I will see you guys in about 2 seconds probably. Here's a bit of a cool sight to see. This tree right here is completely inoculated with pheasant back mycelium. You can see there's a fruit coming out there. There's some nubs coming out there. There's some there. See that or not, but there's some like right in here. There's 2 nubs coming out there. There's one on the bottom over there. There's one on the bottom there. All around. This tree is completely inoculated with the mycelium of this mushroom. They are everywhere. They are all over this. That's pretty cool. All right, everyone. So, quick update. We have been all through the woods. Usually, we do pretty decent here. I think that we're a little late. So I kind of expected that as far as the morels go, but we didn't come up with anything else besides those pheasant backs and the garlic mustard. So we're going to begin fishing now, and hopefully we can do pretty well. I'm looking to catch a couple of bluegill that are nice size, maybe a couple green sunfish. We're going to fry them up with those things that we found, and maybe we're going to go for a couple of bass too. So we're going to see what happens, and we're going to start fishing now. All right, guys. There's a little baby turtle right here. I'm going to try to get him. I don't think he's too bothered by my presence. I'm going to try to snatch him right up. I got him. Look at that. Look at that. I just snatched him right out of the water. See if we can't get him to come out of his shell if we put him down. He's a little painted turtle. That is so cool. He was not bothered by me at all. And these are just little, beautiful little turtles. Very cool. Nice. Alright guys, we're gonna let this little painted turtle go. Let's get an underwater shot. I can tell you right now, this is going to be quick. There are so many fish out there right now. Alright, there's one. Nice. It's eating size too. And we're going to throw them back. There's a lot of them in there. And I mean a lot. That's a nice one. It's a little bit bigger. I think we're going to keep this one. I got my stringer in my pocket. I'll throw them on. And then we're going to cook this guy up with those mushrooms that we found earlier. If I can get the hook out of him, I really got him good. There we go. Alright. Take my trusty stringer out. Alright, throw him out there. He'll stay alive so his meat will stay fresh and I can keep fishing. Alright, that worm looks pretty good. We're going to throw him out there. Oh yeah. You can catch them here all day long. They're all pretty decent size too. Try him back. There's another one.
Spillway looks fun.
Why does it look fun?
I don't know, because it's
Like,
like,
slide down it,
you don't slide down it so much, but it's like not deep water.
dip your feet in it.
Yeah, it looks like you can just go splash in it.
I can catch them here all day long.
Is that a crappie?
No, it's a bluegill.
It's a little crappie.
Change that bait up. They tore that one up.
I wonder why they call it crappie.
That's a big one. We'll keep that one too. Alright, now that I got my 2 keeper bluegill, I think it's time to go cook these guys up. Look at that. Oh yeah. Bluegill are one of my favorite fish to eat, right next to trouts. Trout's my favorite. I don't eat bass, I don't like the way they taste, but we're gonna go cook some bluegill, and these 2 will be enough for me. I don't really like taking more than what I need, so that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go cook these bad boys up now. Let's go. All right guys, here's the best part. I got my bluegill all cleaned up, and I got my cooking station here, and we're gonna get started with this. So throw in some butter. Good amount of butter too. Then we're gonna throw in that garlic mustard we found earlier, the whole leaves. We're gonna get that butter melted up a little bit up here. There we go. Alright, now we have our pheasant back mushroom here. We're going to cut him up into slivers. We're going to throw him in there too. That's a very tender mushroom. It's so tender. It's like cutting butter. The butter's already starting to sizzle. I'm going to turn that down. Yep. I'm gonna be quick with this one. That butter ain't gonna let us take no breaks. Now, got all that in there. I'll put my fish in. Got a little bit of salt and pepper here. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on in there with everything. Oh yeah. get a little bit more butter. I like butter. Those fish are cooking up nice. Let those mushrooms cook for about 5 minutes. A little bit more salt and pepper on them bad boys.
Smells good.
Oh, it's gonna be so good. I'm just gonna let those cook just like that. Those mushrooms are gonna soak up all that butter and all the flavor from that garlic mustard and the fish. And that fish is about done already. Let those mushrooms cook up real nice. And this doesn't take long at all. That fish only takes a couple minutes. The mushrooms take a couple minutes. And that's all done. Those are our 2 bluegill that we caught, pheasant backs that we found, and a little bit of garlic weed that we got for some flavor. That's looking good. If you cook a bluegill the right way, it should just fall right off the bone. Nice. I'm gonna let that cool off for a second, then we're gonna eat it. Alright guys, I done went through and picked out all the bones, and I think I'm ready to eat my bounty. It's really good. I'm gonna try one of these mushrooms. Wow. The mushrooms are better than the bluegill. Those mushrooms have so much flavor. Now when you're eating bluegill, of course, I pick all the bones out first, but still be careful, because you don't want one of those lodged in your throat. Oops. Some good stuff. Alright guys, I'm gonna finish eating my food right now, and then we're gonna get back to fishing. So I'm gonna finish this up, and then I'll see you again here very shortly. So there's way more fish to catch this day. The day is still young, so I'll get back with you here shortly. And we got a very special plant right here, growing right there. And it doesn't have its flowers on it yet, but it will. That's yarrow. And yarrow is a great plant. It's one of my favorites. I absolutely love it. I eat it raw. I make it into tea. It's good with alcohol. It is a great plant. And I'm gonna munch on this stuff too, and then we're gonna go fishing. Just wanted to show you that. Yarrow. But you gotta be careful, because yarrow looks like Queen Anne's lace, and Queen Anne's lace is harmless. But I'll tell you what isn't harmless. Poison hemlock is not harmless. Poison hemlock will kill you in a hurry. It ain't no good. So, do your due diligence. Always do your research. And make sure that you're learning the lookalikes if you're out here foraging, because yarrow and poison hemlock look very similar. I don't see any poison hemlock around here, or I'd show you what it looks like and tell you the differences. But this is yarrow, and I'm gonna enjoy it. So I'll see you guys again here shortly. We're gonna do a little bit more fishing before we wrap it up here today. All right, everybody, we're back, and I'm ready to get some fishing done. Managed to catch I hooked 2 monster bass today, but I didn't get either one of them on the land, so I guess they don't count. But I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the day, catch what I can catch. There we go. Hey, that's bigger than the ones I was eating earlier. Nice. Ooh. Alright guys, as you can see, I'm kind of on a log right now. I got myself a decent bass here. It's not the one I was after, but he's a good one. Yeah. It's pretty good. I'm gonna come back because that's not the one I was after. I gotta get another bluegill now. Well, I forgot to hit record on that one, but we got ourselves another bass. Little guy, real little, but it's still a bass. All right, guys, that is all the time that we have for today. We came, we saw, we caught some bluegill, we fried them up in a skillet with some mushrooms and some other plants that we found, foraged. And so, goal accomplished. I didn't catch the monster bass that I hooked onto earlier, but I did get to see it. And, you know, that is the sort of thing that keeps us fishermen hungry. You always hook onto that one. It's always the one that gets away, that haunts you at night, and it keeps you coming back, honestly. So it was a good day all in all. The bluegill was delicious. We caught a lot of fish, and like I said, it was a good day. The sun's starting to get to me. I'm pretty tired, so we're gonna get out of here, and I will see you guys next week. If you enjoyed this video, I invite you to like and subscribe. We appreciate all the support that we can get on this channel, and thanks for watching. So we will see you again here next week on the Happy Trails Outdoor Experience out here in the great outdoors. All right, guys, I will see you guys later.